How's everybody doing? L.A.Kendrick back with another tale from Would You Dare. One shot, one take, that's all we do to make sure we preserve the integrity of what we're doing. All right? With that being said, let me go ahead and get to the story really quick. We just having a little meal one day, and this guy is just sharing some stories. You know how you guys do. Sometimes you get people that will talk to you and they share stuff with you that they've experienced or friends that have experienced, and so that's what happened in this situation. So basically, let me get some stuff out the way. Also, got the new book coming out, The Benefits of a Bully, Rape War, and you guys need to grab a hold of it. Again, it's dark. I'm trying to set the mood for the particular storytelling aspect of what I do. So you guys enjoy, all right? Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're on our way to 200. I thank all you new guys for coming in and gals for coming in and subscribing. At 195 now. We're about to get 200, and you know, hey, let's see what happens from there. All right. And get caught up on the other books, The Benefits of a Bully, Onyx Eyes Kids, and The Benefits of a Bully, the original. And currently also we have, right now, The Foes of God. But the party don't start, you walk in, now that you're here, let's begin. All right, this story comes from, like I said, a guy I was talking to the other day, and I made a quick short about it. And what's going on is, we were just sitting down, chilling and talking, you know, in between sessions. And he was talking about a guy, because he realizes that I do this kind of thing. Now he's a follower, of course, but, or is a follower. So he's a follower now. So once he realized I do this kind of thing. And he has an associate of his that wanted to go off the grid. So what this associate did was he realized and remembered that he had an aunt that had passed that left him some area, some land and some property down in Slidell, Louisiana. If you guys know where that's at, near somewhere close to the Honey Island Swamp. And he was pretty much tired of society. I don't know what area he was from because they didn't specify. I don't know if it was New York, Chicago. I don't know which area he's from. But he said that his friend was like, you know, hey, I'm definitely wanting to go off the grid. I'm tired of society. Society is crazy. There's too many politicians, too many politics in everything that we do. Force you this, force you that. He said pretty much he wants to make sure that he's not part of an oppressive system. And he's got some points. He's got some merit to that. I would agree. But he's pretty good with his hands, an electrician, and some carpentry work. So he gets some supplies, packs everything up to live off the grid, and he goes down to Louisiana to check out the property that his aunt left. Now, when he gets there, he's talked to some of the people, some of the locals, and they were telling him, you know, how the area is, watch out for the animals, gators, snakes, things like that. And an elderly lady was telling him, hey, watch out for this thing. But she didn't specify what this thing was. So he just continued to, you know, chalk it up as to whatever. So apparently he didn't do the research on the area. But nonetheless, he finds the location, he finds the house, he finds the area near like a swampy area, a lot of mosquitoes. And when he looks at the bill, he comes up on the property, it's pretty run down. And I think he kind of expected that from what he was saying. And from there, he began to, you know, second guess it for a second. Then he said, no, he wants to go off the grid, so he stuck with it. So he starts with the floor. He puts up the mesh, you know, to keep the insects out. He's got his insect repellent so that he can do whatever. And, you know, the repairs on the house is coming along rather well. And he's pretty proud of what he's doing. So, gets out his sleeping bag. First night, nothing. Second night, nothing. Third night, nothing. And he's, you know, he's feeling good. But on the fourth night, he starts to hear little weird noises outside the house, weird sounds. He just chalks some of it up to just people in the area, even though the houses are greatly spaced apart, like great distances between the houses. And that's how he wants it. Like maybe, you know, next house maybe 500 yards in one direction or something along those lines. I'm not sure. So he's digging everything that's happening, but he's a little concerned because he's not used to hearing those animals and those sounds, and but nonetheless he presses on. And one particular night, as he goes into town for some supplies, some additional supplies, he realizes when he comes back, the door's been kicked in. Now he's concerned because the door was pretty solid and steady when he had repaired it, and the door had been kicked in and a lot of stuff had been ransacked. So he grabs his gun, a 30-07, and he's looking around the shack. He looks out, he looks under, because it's kind of held up by, if you've ever seen those houses on the riverbanks, it's kind of made where you can look under because it's supported by boards and poles and things like that. And he's looking under that, he's looking all around, and he turns around and he looks up because something, and this is at night, so something screams at him from up top. And he said it had big yellow eyes, and it was huge, standing on 2 feet. Once it stood up, it was on 2 feet, and long arms and covered in hair. And luckily for him, from what the guy was saying, the reason he can make out the shapes and stuff on it because he had like a light on his shot on his 30-07, and he could clearly see what the creature was or what he thought it might be. So now he fires a shot off at it. It jumps off and it takes off in the swamp at an incredible speed, rate of speed. And he's trying to figure out how can anything move that fast. And not even thinking or realizing, hey, this may be a bad idea, he starts giving this thing chase. He starts chasing it. And he chases it into the swamp. And by the time he realizes it, he's deep in. No waders on. Those waders are, I think waders are those things where it keeps you from getting water in your shoes and your pants and soaking your outer layer of clothing. And he's like, oh snap. And as he's looking around, he noticed it became deathly quiet, even for the swamp. And he said he could see in the water eyes looking at him. 3 sets of eyes, all surrounding him. And then they rose up at the same time, pretty much. And he backs up and he fires off a shot. And luckily, he didn't go too far in that he couldn't get himself out. But he fired off a shot. He hit one of the creatures and it screamed out. So the rest of them started rushing at him. And he's running back, wading through the water, trying his best to get out of the water before he gets attacked and he gets killed. And he's doing everything he can to get back out of the swamp. So he turns around and he lets off another shot, hits another one. It stumbles back. The other one looks at it because the third one didn't pursue. So there were 3 total, and the third one didn't pursue him. So it staggers back. So he takes another shot, hits the final one that was with the 2 that attacked. They were trailing him. And when that happened, he said he had enough time to get away. So he goes back to his homestead, scrambles up the side of the bank, packs up all of his equipment, packs up all of his clothing, throws it all in the truck. I mean, his vehicle, truck, whatever. I don't know if he had a truck or vehicle, whatever. I'm just saying truck because usually when you go down there, you're going to use a truck. And as he was leaving, he looked in his rearview mirror and he could see those 3 sets of glowing eyes looking at him, and they're just standing there. And one was on top of the house, one was inside the house, and one was on the side of the house. He peels off. He said he never returned to that post or that site again. He said that was a wrap. That was good enough for him. That's my tale for today. Thank you guys for joining me with Would You Dare? This has been L.A.Kendrick, and I do believe it was a Honey Island swamp monster or something akin to that thing. So make sure that you check the dark recesses of your home, check your dark closets. If you happen to work in the wee hours of the morning like I'm doing right now, or late at night, make sure you're mindful, you check inside your car, outside your car, under your car, around your car, because you never know what's lurking in the dark with glowing yellow eyes, waiting to drag you into a swamp area and make you a story. And you know how we do, you guys. This has been L.A.Kendrick. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, be safe and fill in the rest.